Good morning. I think everyone can hear me okay without all those earbuds in, so I'm not going to put them in this morning. It is beautiful in these mountains this morning, so it's going to be all I can do to hold myself to this desk for a little while and get a little work done today. How is it in your neck of the woods? How are you all feeling? I feel like yesterday, I'm not even going to start yet. I got to wait for some friends. I get in such a hurry. There was a lot of big stuff. It's been a big day for me, so I want to wait and share those stories when we get a playground full. And I didn't tell anybody that I was here. Hold on. I feel like people need to get used to finding me at the playground, so. But I'm here and I'm waiting. I got faith. I believe people will find me. Let's see where we are. It's been a long week for me. I see one. Excuse me while I rest my eyes. My mother used to say that to me. She'd be so tired raising 5 kids by herself, and she would, hi Julie, and she would lay her head back, and I'd look at her and she'd have her eyes shut, and I'd say, Mommy, are you asleep? And she'd say, no, I'm just resting my eyes. I'm just resting my eyes. I was looking at myself too, and it looked pretty funny. Share to the page. I think it's gonna go. So how is it this morning? Hi, Carol Allen. So nice to see you. I'm kind of at the calm after the storm phase today. So you might notice that in my energy. Yesterday, I had some stuff I needed to learn. So it was a learning day for me. And so I kind of went through it for a little while. I had to spend some time. I feel like I got pulled into the timeout corner for a little while to say, okay, you got something to learn here. Pay attention, pay attention. It wasn't a bad thing. It was good. I really needed to see where I was. Because I do believe that we get these lessons in life, and sometimes our kids are the greatest teachers. They're trying to learn, and they're trying to help them learn these tough lessons. We get the lessons too, don't we? So we can see. You had a long week as well. It's Saturday, isn't it? The week is over, especially for those people who still have to go out of the house and work. And so here we are. Nice little group. I love these. I actually really love to have private sessions with people, or have just 2 or 3 people where we can sit and really feel. Oh, she can't find it. I'm here. You guys found me on Enlightened World Living, right? Let me see if I can help her. We'll share this out. Terry Angel's trying to find us, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm here. Whoops. See, hot mess every day. Hot mess. You guys that think this is easy, it's not. We have to get on and figure out where we are. Enlightened Living is live now. I am most definitely live now. Let me see if I can share it directly to, we'll share it to a group. We'll go to, where's those little river rat things? Share. Session. You guys want to help me? There she is. She found me. Oh, good. I was trying to figure out where I could share it so you could find me. I'm sharing it anyway. You pushed me. It's like, okay, let's share it. Let's be good. I was just gonna get on here and just do my thing. There. Oh, there's the river family. I'll do that too. There we go. Did it go? Stop it. Sometimes this tablet likes to play games with me. It's playing games. Okay. Good. I'm done. Glad you found me, Terry. I just told them I was laying my head back, closing my eyes, doing the mama thing. My mother used to do that because she was so tired. She'd lay her head back and she'd close her eyes. And I'd say, Mommy, are you asleep? And she'd say, no, I'm just resting my eyes. And I know now she was just so tired. My poor mother with 5 kids by herself. And that's how I feel this week. It's been a long week. I love my children. Hi, Wendy. Didn't get any notification. Facebook loves to play games with us. It just, like, some days it works so well, and other days it just drops the ball. So today you got no notifications, sorry. I just shared to groups too, so we'll probably double share, because I didn't see you, so I shared it to the River family, but it's okay. We can delete one of them. How's it going, guys? I was talking already a little bit because I feel like I've been going through a really big lesson this week, and that big lesson was coming to me through some children who aren't really children anymore. Thank you, Terry, for sharing. It's a big one today, and I'm asking like my team to come in and see if I can share this message properly, because I feel like we all went through this yesterday. There was like a, hi Deborah, there was like a, I talked to other people and they were feeling it too. And my kids have been so in it this week, and I'm like, what in the world is going on with you guys? Why are you having so much difficulty? These two girls, wow, it's been rough. So it started in again yesterday. The oldest one, the younger, the middle one, well, my youngest one's always here. I have 3 girls. Just let me say something for any of you who have raised girls. Whenever you have a party or a get-together, you have to make sure to include even numbers. You never, ever want to have 3 or 5, or you want to make sure 3 is the worst number when it comes to getting girls together, because there will always be the sense of one of us is left out. Always. It happens. I thought, well, it's just a fluke. I've raised these 3 girls. I've taken care of kids, countless kids. I've always been a kid person, so I'm babysitting from the time I was 10 years old, and daycare worker and nanny and mom and all that stuff. Sunday school teacher, Girl Scout leader, you name it, I've done it. Do not ever have 3 girls at your house at the same time. Make sure that you pull in a 4th. Just saying. And those of you who've done this, you know I'm right. So, this week we had a lot of opportunities for 3, and I have given birth to 3 girls, so thank goodness they're all different ages. But even at that this week, it was difficult for them choosing sides, being, hi Catherine Kovacs, being really, really reactive. And I think that we're just uber reactive on the planet right now. And so in small groups and in big groups, there's so much reactivity. And so when we gather, it's like you have to be so careful what you say, what you do. I have been putting out fires all week. I'm exhausted. And it started again last night. So my sister has twins, teenage girls. My mother's a twin too. My poor grandmother. I don't know how she did it. Those two were total opposites and at each other's throats. Let me get a drink. So here's the big part now that we're getting a pretty good group. This morning, last night, I was getting pulled into this. There's so much drama around me right now, and I'm going to tattoo right here. Drama-free zone. I really don't like drama. I can't even watch drama on TV anymore. I used to watch This Is Us. It was pretty good. And after a while, I'm like, stop fighting with each other. Would you please, people, please just learn how to get along. It's the sibling thing again. Why are siblings so hard on each other? Please, someone explain to me why I grew up in a home where we just couldn't get along. We still don't always get along. Often. We just don't see eye to eye. I love them. I can't get along with them. So last night I was kind of it settled in on me about noon, 1 o'clock yesterday. I suddenly was just like I was carrying 1,000 pounds. I was like, I just got to go to bed. I'm just going to go to sleep and take a nap, because I'm really feeling the weight of something that I'm not even sure it's my own. And I'm sure it's the collective consciousness, because I talk to other people, and it's like the universe is giving us lessons on a big scale and on a little scale. So I got this stuff going on in my house. Last night, I just worked my way out of it. Jim comes by, we go up into the mountains. You could see, I posted a picture. I was as happy as a clam. I got my guy, we're off at the top of a mountain. I'm in great space. Finally, my spirit was like, I filled my bank back up. It was beautiful. He goes home. I'm here. My oldest calls me, starts telling me things that I really didn't want to hear. It was none of my business. I just don't want to go there. I don't want to choose sides. And so I went to bed feeling kind of heavy again. I was having a hard time, and I was asking. I'm like, please, to my team, I need you to lift this weight off of me. Please lighten this load. And I asked Jess last night, as she kept doing this later and later in the day, or in the evening, I'm like, my head is going to blow up. I don't want to put it out any more fires today. I need a break. Okay, so here's the good part. I'm getting to the good part of the story. This morning I woke up still kind of feeling a little off. Like, I don't want to choose sides. I don't want to. I'm such a Libra. Please don't make me choose sides on anything. Anybody here, anybody in this group, I don't want to choose sides on anything. It's my Libra in me wants to always find balance, wants to find fairness, wants to find, common ground all the time. We're the peacemakers. I only want to be the peacemaker. I only love. So last night, as that we closed out our conversation, she just kept saying, Mom, I just want to protect you. I love you. And I'm like, I love you too, babe. I love you with all of my heart. And I love all of my children with all of my heart. And sometimes all of you have done things, will do things that hurt me. You hurt my heart sometimes. And I'm going to love you anyway. And so I can't choose. I can't choose between them, and I never will. So this morning, as I'm in the shower getting ready to do things, I hear this very clearly, and let me see if I can get it to come out. I need that energy, so bring it. I need that higher self to come into the building. I'm working on it. As I pulled myself up out, this is what I heard. Let me see if I can phrase it right. Hi, Christine. It is important. Not only is it important for us to look at ourselves in the mirror and see, there is two of us. That's why I called it twins. We each are like twins walking around the earth. We have one side of us that's kind of the little troublemaker twin. It's just sour. It just wants to, it has a difficult time adapting. It doesn't like change. It's always struggling. And then you have that other side, that higher self side, that is so filled with love, that is way up here someplace. Well, so does everybody else on the planet. And the way Source gave it to me today was, if you will focus on the higher self part of everyone in your existence, everyone, that means Donald Trump, that means everyone. Every one of us is the spark of God. Every one of us has a divine heart, this beautiful part of us that is untouched by the personality that we've chosen here, the experiences that we've had. That's the part of us that's perfect, that's existed forever and always will. It's the part of us that's the God self. And every one of us has that. And in all of those experiences in life, as we go through and we see these people in our world, it's important what they're telling me. And this is my message this morning that I was given for me, my lesson, and I'm going to share it. So I'm not trying to force it down anybody else's throat. The way that it was given to me is, if you will look at the most beautiful part of everyone in your existence, if you will focus your energy on that love side of them and not on that negative, piddly, trying to choose sides drama part. Make sure that you're always turning your focus back to that part of them, because there's a part of them that's just like that beautiful newborn baby that's so perfect. If you can focus on that part of them, not only it doesn't matter to you what they do in their life, you will. I'm letting them give it to me so I don't get it all confused. It changes things. It changes the way, the people it changes what you bring out in them. We're all mirrors to each other. So if they start in with this little lower vibrational stuff, and I refocus them all the time on what's beautiful about themselves, and I mirror that back to them, they slowly learn. They start to rewire. Hi, Linda. They start to come back into the space of oneness, and even if they don't, it's okay, because it changes my experience with them. And that's what's more important. My experience with this person, I don't want my experience with this person to be clouded by those lower vibrational things that they do, because we're all very human. We all have that side of us that falls into that lower vibration, that can be a little bit of a troublemaker. We're all a set of twins walking around on the planet. Can I pull myself back over to that higher self part of me, that love part of me, and can I view that? Can I see that person that's in front of me the same way? Does that make sense to you? I don't know if it's coming. I think it's coming through fairly clearly. It's not what they're doing. It's not what the other person is doing. It's what I'm seeing in them. Can I let go of those lower vibrational things that they've done? I don't want to hear what so-and-so has said about me. I don't want to hear any of that lower vibrational stuff. I would rather stay in the mode of, I see them as a being of love. It's okay. It's okay, whatever they've done. Whatever they've done to me, it's not really, I don't need to know it. I don't need to be hurt by it. I can focus on the most beautiful part of them and see them that way, and then my experience changes. I am the queen of my reality, and my reality is seeing people through the eyes of God, through the eyes of Source. That's how we are looked upon from up above. We are looked upon as that newborn, beautiful baby, and they just love us so much, no matter what. They know we're going through a difficult experience. They know sometimes we cuss out the guy on the road who cuts us off. They know that sometimes we do things that are not necessarily in the higher vibrational mode. We fall. We all fall. And yet we are loved because of what we do. Not even because of what we do, we are just loved. Let me just leave it at that. We are loved. We are loved. Through all of it, we're just loved. So they can't even see it. That's the thing, is they don't even see the lower vibrational stuff. They can't lower themselves to that. So they only see the beauty and the love and the goodness in each one of us. And they love us because they only see the goodness and the beauty and the love in all of us. There's a plan in all of this. Can we do the same thing? See the beauty and the goodness and the love in everyone around us. And I don't know, you tell me, do you feel like we're actually powerful enough to create change by changing the filter that we look through when we look upon others? Because there was a time, I don't want to get it political at all, but there was a time when I would spend all of my time, and it wasn't just this president, it's been in different presidents. Politics can be very, very powerful. It can be very controversial. It can cause a lot of hurt, and it can cause us to lose friendships, and it can cause us to lose relationships with our loved ones. We can really lose a lot. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Can I look at that person in the White House and know that within him is the divine spark of God? And can I focus on that? And can we all together collectively help him to see himself differently, help him to refocus, help him to go, wait a minute, who am I really? Who am I? Am I really just this, or am I something greater? That's what I want to know. That's the experiment that I'm putting out there today. Can we see people in their perfection, in the imperfectly perfect way that Source, our angels, see us? Oh, they're so cute. Look how cute they are. They do some silly stuff sometimes. They get in the dirt. It's okay. We still love them. The way that you would love your child, unconditionally. We just have to learn. That's really the word. We have to learn to look upon each other without conditions. So that's my platform today, my lesson. I needed it. Apparently, I was bringing it into myself, so I learned from it, thank goodness. And then I said today, please, now that I've learned this lesson, can we sever and just any cords or attachments, any soul contracts that have anything to do with this lesson, would you please take them out of my existence? I don't want to experience this anymore. I only want to see my children in the eyes of love, and my friends, and all of you, and the president, and the people around me. I want to see them through that filter of love from now on. That's my goal. And so I'm going to put stick-it notes all over my house. How are you seeing them? How are you seeing them? Look at them through the eyes of love. Let's see, where do we go? I want to see what you guys are up to. Carol Allen, I have 2 girls and gained 2 more through marriage. I actually, like you, I have 3 girls, 3 boys, and then Steve was 2 girls and 1 boy. I sometimes have contact with the boy. He stayed with me for about a year. The girls, the mom is, I need to look at her through the eyes of love. I'm not going to go there. Let's see. Sister has twins. Teenagers has got to be quite a chore, quite a challenge. Nieces are constantly arguing. I love them so much. I don't want them to hurt each other. I told them that, and please, please, whatever you got going on, please stop hurting each other. And I'm going to tell them again today. Council of Dads. I like that, Carol Allen. Let's see. It's the Navy weight of all negativity. Must stay grounded. Must stay grounded. Must stay grounded. Yes, we must stay grounded. Thank you. Christine Muller. Is it Mueller or Muller? Either way, Christine, nice to see you. Unconditional love, the love God has for us all. Exactly. Thank you, Deborah. Good morning, Christina. Let's see. I had the same thing last night and today. So, Christina, guess what lesson you're getting? Guess why you showed up here this morning. Love them. Just love them. Just love them. I told them both that last night. I love you guys. I just love you. I'm not going to fall into name calling. I'm not going to fall into choosing sides. I just love you. And it works. It shuts them right down. They're like, she's not fun. They go pick on somebody else. Let's see. Christina Rourke. I think so. I think I saw her. Julie Kiss. Yes. It's easy, Deborah says, it's easy to do that with people who we resonate with, but so difficult to do that with people we don't, but I'm working on it. Yes, it is. That's the lesson. When you get somebody, you guys, I just love you guys. You're so easy to be around. It's okay. It's easy. It's easy. We got to flex our muscles a little bit. It's time like, okay, those people that are just making us crazy. Every time you go, that person's making, then go, oh, nope, I love them. But I'm going to look at them through the eyes of love. Let's see. Can do that, yes. If we can, you do believe it. Julie, I do believe that that's part of the reason why we're being given this lesson collectively is because we need to learn this, to be more filled with empathy and compassion, even on those people that do those horrific, awful things, because at the root of them is a perfect soul, and they volunteered to come here and wake us all up. And so Donald Trump is a huge wake-up call. So is the police officer that, I didn't want to go there. So these people who are doing these atrocities, they have purpose here. They have a plan. They came. This is the biggest wake-up call we've ever had. So it wouldn't have happened. We would not have this wake-up call if that police officer didn't do what he did. It's important for us to remember that. There's a huge change. There are changes going on right now that we could never imagine. And so we got to have the contrast. Whether we like it or not, we got to have the contrast in our lives in order to learn. We can't just have perfection. We won't learn from that. We might as well stay where we came from. We came here for all of these experiences, so I accept. Never talk politics or religion. It causes so many arguments. Yes, it does, Wendy. This little girl does not like confrontation. Not going to go there. And I'll shut them down right away. Nope. That's why it was so difficult, that family dinner a couple weekend, whatever it was. I just had to get up and leave. I can't even be in the room anymore. For those of you who are going through this big change, I think that that's a big part of it. Is like you not only do you not want to argue that stuff, you don't even want to be anywhere in the vicinity of it. It's like, no, I'm going for a walk. You guys have fun with that. I'm out of here. The hardest part is that our president, no matter who they are, their actions affect all of us. That's a difficulty. Yes, you're exactly right. These people, they're affecting all of us, but remember that the effect that they're having on us is causing us to react in a way that we are creating change. So all of them came here with a plan and with a purpose to fulfill a certain mission. And when we have someone like we have in the White House right now, there is a huge contrast in where we are and what we believe in and what they are doing, and that pushes us into action. There's always a reason for this. There's a perfect plan and divine timing. Let's see. I have one sister I have not talked to for a year. It hurts, but we are different places. Me too. Love my sister. We were always best friends. We can't see eye to eye. I love her. I love her in the perfection that she is deep within herself. We don't, on a physical level, we have some communications issues, but if she walked in the door right now, I'd give her a big hug and tell her I love her. So it's okay. It's okay. She's just not where I am. She's back there somewhere. She's a baby soul. Remember that some of us, even though my sister is 4 years older than me, but I'm so much older than her. My soul is so much older. I've had so many more experiences than her. So it was easy for me to glide into a higher place, to be at a different level where she's still stuck. She's still stuck back in the old paradigm, in that 3D paradigm. So I love her. It goes right back to the unconditional love. I love her, no matter what. Just like my children, I love her. Pachetta, nice to see you. Let's see. Yes. What is this? All the negativity. There is a beautiful message for all from Spirit during these difficult times. Yes, Deborah. Yes, just love. That's what they're trying to remind us. We just have to love. We have to love each other through this. We can't, especially in this circle of friends, we have to remember to love each other through these things because, man, we're all we got right now, right? It's like we're really here for each other. So make sure that you're remembering to love each other through, even when we as light workers will see things differently than each other. We all are going to see things differently than each other. We all have our own unique perspective. We'll cross over. We'll have things that'll be the same for sure. We'll have things that we totally resonate with. Like, okay, yeah, this is one of my people. I totally resonate with that person. And then later on they say something and you're like, no, I don't really. You just pick up the pieces. You pick up the pieces that feel true to you. And the rest of it you leave laying on the floor. It's your puzzle. You get to create however you choose. If you don't agree with me on something, that's perfectly okay. I'm okay with that. I love you anyway. I have always, for a long time, I've been really good about agreeing to disagree. I just step away. I step away, or I can listen. I can hear you, really hear you. And sometimes my perspective changes because I'm paying attention and listening. So, and I'd still have that part of me that sometimes can go into that small self space and get mad at the dog for yanking my arm, and I can still be that person. Not as much anymore. But that doesn't make us perfect. We're still human. I'm still human. And it's okay. It's okay to be human. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to be grumpy. It's okay to lose patience sometimes. Just, forgive yourself. Keep loving yourself through it. That's the other part of this, is we gotta have compassion and love for those people around us, even when we don't necessarily agree with them. Even when they're just, they're in a whole different place. We still love them. We gotta love ourselves that way too. We gotta love ourselves that way first. And when we can, then the rest of it falls into place. I can stand strongly in my own light. And even if I was thinking about that yesterday, there was really a year ago, I wasn't so good about putting my face out. And my siblings, different people, my kids, sometimes they'd give me a hard time for the things that I talk about. They weren't where I am. And so I wasn't very strong. I would be like, step back. When they would say something that was kind of like made me feel inferior or crazy in some way. And I definitely went through the crazies. When I started having experiences with Steve after he died, people were like, especially my kids, are like, well, she's just losing it. her cheese is sliding off her cracker. Our mother, she's sad. She's grieving. She can't let go. I had that happen a lot of times. You gotta let go. You gotta let go. I'm like, well, this is my experience. I choose to allow this experience in my existence, and I have come fully to a place where I'm finally able to come out of my closet and speak about it, and just know that this is my experience. This is my experience, and I love my experience. My life is a miracle, and there are other people experiencing these miracles too, and I'm coming out and I'm talking about it so that other people can say, I'm going to come out and share my miracle too, and then more and more and more and more, so that we find that connection, that beautiful connection that we have with each other. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that gets those love hugs from someone that's no longer in physical form. So I'm going to share away. That's what I think. We made it to 10 o'clock. We jabbered along. I think it's an important message today. I think it's important for us to be in that space of love, to just say, I'm laying it all down. I'm not going to judge. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our personalities. We all have these trigger points, these things that bring out that lower vibrational side. We all do. None of us are perfect. I am not perfect in any way. So, perfectly imperfect maybe is a better way to put it. Deborah, my problem is that I want my opinion heard because I feel it's allowing my self-love to express myself, but I'm also bipolar, so I don't always think before I think about how it can affect another. Can I give you something? And I don't know if you can do this, but it would be a practice for you. When I can be very impulsive in my words, they come out sometimes and I don't always think. And sometimes I'm talking about something totally different and somebody takes it the wrong way and then I feel bad. I feel like I hurt them and I didn't mean to. I went through that with my last relationship. It was like, man, I sure didn't mean to hurt you. I mean, it would hurt me to think that I hurt him. It was a trigger point for him from his childhood, from an abusive childhood. And I didn't really have to do that much. It just had to be a certain look or a way that I said something or some word that reminded him of something somebody else would say or something. And it was like, I surely didn't do that in a way that was hurtful, but I'm really sorry. I had to really say, really sorry that hurt you. I sure didn't mean to. I learned to apologize a lot in that relationship. But I also have learned through that and through other experiences that it's important to take a pause, to just slow down and just like watch. Eckhart Tolle has been one of my favorite teachers, and sometimes he makes it such a big pause you wonder if he's going to come back to you. But when someone asks him a question, he stops and he doesn't even talk. They ask him and he sits there. He's waiting for that direction from his higher self, from his team, the angels, whoever he is listening to, he's waiting. I do that. I can feel it right here, right now. That's where channeling comes in. It's taken that pause so that you literally move out of ego and you move into that higher self space, that part of you that is so filled with wisdom. You are so wise and so good and so filled with love. And when you stop yourself, when you slow down your speech and you're just in that space of, I'm letting that love side of me come out right now. Ego gets to go take a nap. And so when I respond, I'm going to respond and I'm going to get my point known. I'm going to say what I feel. And yet, I'm going to say it through the filter of love. And so then as it comes out, I'm calmer and it's powerful. It is not giving up your strength. It's not giving up your voice. It's literally pulling you into place of, when you can pull yourself into your higher self space, you're literally channeling source. You're literally channeling the energy of God. That's the truth. Nobody can tell me any different. You're literally pulling in the most beautiful energy there is. And when you speak from that place, you don't have to overpower anyone. You don't have to be super, super loud. But your words are going to be heard. You're going to say them more slowly. They're going to come out more clearly. You're going into this beautiful space, this throat chakra, and you're allowing that truth to come out in a way that is so powerful. And yet, have you ever watched the Dalai Lama? His words, when he comes out to speak, the words that he says are so kind and so loving and so powerful. So it's like, just let yourself move into that space when you're talking, if you can do that. And it requires some practice. It requires you to take that pause, slow down, breathe in, center your energy, get yourself grounded, get in this belly space and say, okay, I'm going to come at this situation from a different space, not from that ego that says I gotta be heard. Please hear me. It comes from that space of, I have something important to say, and I'm gonna allow people to hear me, and they're gonna be blessed by what I have to say, because you're truly getting source energy flowing. Does that make sense? It takes practice. It's taken me a long time, and I still don't always do it. I still forget, and I'm glad that you reminded me of that. Slow down. Take a big breath, maybe 4 or 5 big breaths. Don't let it come from that place of, that's a good word. Ego is really the best word. Don't let it come from that place, that filter of lower vibration, because then you just hurt people. And they don't hear you. That's the truth of it, is it's not as powerful because they're not going to hear you. They're going to turn and walk away usually, or they're just going to, if we're mirrors to the world and we come at them from that space of love, hopefully they're going to settle them. You're going to pull their vibration back down to a dull roar, because we all know that when we're in a situation where it's highly charged, where one person is either hurt or angry and their emotions have control of them, they will respond in a way, or either you'll shut them down or they will respond in a way that's not going to be very pleasant. But when you talk calmly to them, when you take that quiet moment and you pull yourself into that space and you talk to them calmly from that, and you might have to wait till they're ready for it too. Don't forget, there's divine timing. Sometimes you gotta let their blood pressure come back down. Sometimes you gotta let that situation come back down to a lower, more easy level before they're even ready to listen to you. Sometimes you just need to be the listener. Just be still. Let them go off. Just be still and listen when their voices, and mirror them. I'm not happy because so-and-so said this. And you say, sounds like they made you, when so-and-so said this to you, made you kind of angry. And they're like, yes. And then they'll say something else. And you just mirror them again. Well, when they did that, it really hurt my feelings. So when they did that, you were hurt by that. And then they go, and they'll keep doing it. And you'll notice that as you're mirroring them, they start coming down, 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 and their voice comes into this space. And when you feel like they're in that space of they're pretty low, they're pretty level, pretty close to your vibration again, then you pull it from your heart space and you speak to them in a way that they not only are going to hear your words, they're going to feel your vibration. It's so incredible. I love energy work. They're going to feel you. They're going to pull into your space because they're going to be like, she gets it. She heard me. She heard what I had to say. She really hears me. And then they're going to be right there, ready to hear everything that you have to say. Does that all make sense to you, Deborah? I feel like there's truth in that. That's how I try to work with people. Sometimes I forget. I had more experience with that this weekend with my girls. It worked out pretty well. But it was a long time. There was a lot of me listening. There was a lot of be patient. Give it time. You can diffuse this bomb. That's what we're doing sometimes. Sometimes all we can do is diffuse the bomb. Let's see. Great advice. You're so welcome, Julie. Thank you. I'm going to try doing that. I've never tried that before. Not like how you're explaining to do it. Thank you. I'm going to start practicing doing that. Yeah, it's actually, I love to watch people. I love to talk to people. And I love to experiment with people. It's fun. I'm a people person. And it feels good when you get that kind of reaction out of them. They're like, they walk away feeling like everything's okay, everything's all right. We need to do that more often. I think if all of us could learn to treat each other like that, with that kind of respect, we would be diffusing a whole lot more bombs on the planet. Don't go at them with the same energy that they're coming at you with. Oh, that was the greatest car that just went by. So distracted. A really beautiful blue old Volkswagen Bug just drove by, and I went, whoa, did you see me? Sorry. At least it wasn't the bear this time. Okay. Oh, what are we doing here? Malik, you guys are all in there together. I love this. I love the way you guys are having this beautiful conversation, Malik and Wendy. Who else? And Julie. That's beautiful. I love that. So, Linda, very interesting. I'll try it with my sister. In the past, she reacted like I was adding fuel to her fire. Exactly. Because if we're coming at them with the same energy, she's right. We are adding fuel to the fire. I've done it often. This looks blonde, but there's a lot of red in it. And I can have been. I'm much better. But I have been very much a redhead in the past. And I know how to fuel a fire. She thought I was agreeing with her. Let's see. Deborah, I'm going to tell you right now. We all have moments. I've never been a screamer. I've never been someone to just really yell. If I do raise my voice, it's usually more pointed. If I do raise my voice, my son will tell you, Ty, he will tell you that when I get really angry, my eyes change color. He's like, he'll push me to a certain point, and then he's like, he'll look, and he's like, her eyes just went really deep. I gotta stop. And he'll walk away. I raised 5 kids. I am not perfect. I've worked on myself a lot. A whole lot. So I'm calmer now than I used to be. But I used to be quite the redhead. I used to say, I have a collection of brooms. I used to say I'd just jump on that broom and fly around the house, because here she comes, the Wicked Witch of the West, because trying to teach these kids to clean up after themselves, I've been a single mom more than I've been with someone. So it does require a whole lot of patience. And when you're really tired, that patience, I used to work full time. I had a toddler. When my ex left me, Abby was not even 3 when he left. She was 2.5. So I had a 2.5-year-old, and Jackson was like 5, and Caroline was 7, and I had a 9-year-old. I mean, they were all just like pretty young, and I had to go back to work full time and drive an hour each way. Trust me, there was times when I yelled. There was times when I was less. I remember one time after he left, I got so mad I used to throw stuff. And that was my thing. I used to throw things. I had a glass vase in my hand. I walked out to the kitchen. I was so angry because I was so tired and I was all by myself. And I walked out to the kitchen and I slammed it down on the counter and it shattered under my hand. And I still have, to this day, right here, I still have a bump where there's some glass under the skin. I have had my moments of anger, and many. I've not had an easy life, and it's shown. So, but I'm still so loved. I still love that person. She had a real struggle, but she became something. She's becoming. So it's okay. We're all flawed. We all have these things, these weaknesses. Linda, she thought you were agreeing with her. Isn't it funny how they sometimes just they can't listen well enough to even hear what we're saying. It has nothing to do with what you said. It's just them. They can't, their ears are shut down. They can't even hear. My father, I've gone through that for years. I would tell him flat out, and he would just think that I was agreeing or, totally not what I said. So, I hear you, Linda. I hear you. Why don't we today, all of these little parts of us, we're getting it up in time, and I like to give you a good 15 minutes at least for meditation time, for peace. I'm in a good, peaceful place. There's a lot of beautiful energy in the room. I hope that you can sense that. It's very calm. It's like that mama, sweet grandma energy today. And so I really want us to invite in, we're calling in Archangel Michael to bathe us all in the protective white light of protection so that we can be here. We can call in whoever we'd like. We're safe and we're protected. There's no danger here, okay? Anything that is lower vibrational energy, anything that is not for our highest of good, we do not want in this healing space. So we're completely safe here. And I'd like you to feel as if those loved ones that have already passed, or your teams, your spirit guides, your Holy Spirit higher self, that one is really important. I'd love for each one of you, for your Holy Spirit higher self to join me. We're going to go into a meditation. And you please, if your child, if inside of you, you've got a little squeaky wheel that wants to come to play today, please feel free to bring them into the center of the circle. And what we're going to do today is gather into this beautiful healing space. Each one of us, that part of us that is not affected by life, that is just nothing but peace and love, and can't even see the world through anything else. You have that side of you that can only see love. What are you saying to me? Wendy, a woman I work with hears her own voice. It's so hard to have a conversation with her. She does all the talking. And then Deborah, thank you for your honesty. Yes, raising kids, especially alone, has been hard. I've been there, done that. But I learned through my journey. that people, even kids, hear better if I talk and not yell. Exactly. And don't you think that we, at a soul level, I knew at a soul level that I needed all of those little people, because it was important for me to learn lessons on patience. It was important for me to learn how to defuse bombs so that I can be here right now in this space, knowing how to teach that whole method of how do we better communicate with those that we love, or those that are out in the streets battling, or whatever's going on. We bring these things in so we can learn from them. So I've learned from my experiences, and I'm still learning. So let's do this for just a few minutes. I got my glasses off. I can't see you. I'll check back in comments, okay? But I'd love for you to join me. It's that time. So if you want to ground your energy, put your feet on the floor. Just take a big breath, and let's allow this healing energy to flow all around us like a river. Just let it flow like a river today. Take in a big breath. Heart space feels good. Calling in our teams, anyone that you would like to call in. I ask that each one of you, that your higher self would join me. We're in a beautiful crystal building. It's like a cathedral that I see. I see big pointy spires, but it's clear. It's clear to the outside world. Everything's green, and I hear the birds. I can see the sky, and I feel the love building inside of me. So let's take a big old breath. Pull it into your throat space right now. That's where the energy's building. It's like being given a gift. Today we're being given that gift, that amulet. Picture an amulet. You're going to come away with it today. You're being given the gift of a peaceful presence through your voice. It feels so good. Breathe it. Just stretch that throat space right out. It's just filling us up, creating this new sound, this new energy in your voice. I often picture the Little Mermaid, and she had her voice taken from her, and then when that amulet that was taken, her voice was put inside of it, and it was dropped, and it burst open, and all of that beautiful sound from her vocal cords just went right back into her throat, and she just burst out singing. So picture yourself just, it comes up into your vocal cords, and coming right up out your mouth, and you just have this, the voice of angels. Excellent. So that, I feel each one of you. I'm trying to see your golden, beautiful beings of light, and it's just beautiful in this healing space. Your body is going through this energy exchange as you are joining together in this beautiful room. And those little children that are struggling today, they're in the middle of the circle. And those golden beings of light, they're joining their hands above the circle of children. And this light is shining down on the kids, and they're just looking up at that light. They're like, how beautiful, how beautiful. And in that light is healing for them. In that light comes in this peaceful presence, this knowing that all is well. All is well. Our children are just feeling comfort, like they're being wrapped in a beautiful quilt. They're sitting on grandma's lap right now. That's what they feel like. And the energy is moving down through your crown. They're reminding you that you have a beautiful crown on your head. You are children of the king, children of the queen. You are of royal blood. You have a royal birthright, and all you have to do is accept it. Just be in that sense of let your arms just drop and just let your body accept today. I'm just bathing in it. Bring it. I'll take all you want to give me. There's nothing selfish about that. You're bringing it, they're bringing in this beautiful energy, and once you receive to the highest measure that you will accept, that's how you're going to shine out to the world. So down into the third eye. Excellent. Clearing things up. Clearer vision. What do you see there? I see a circle of angels. I see a hand. I see a hand reaching down to take mine. How beautiful. I'm taking it. Thanks, Steve. The energy is kind of staying in the headspace right now, so I'm just holding it. As you're breathing, just visualize that beautiful energy in your heart moving up into your third eye. And down into the throat. It's moving more quickly because we've already had some work on the throat. Excellent. I feel something really beautiful right in here. Breathe into your throat. Nice. Down into the heart. Anything that you're ready to let go of, it's up to you. If there's anything lower vibrational, anything that's holding you back, anything that you're ready to release right now, you just let it go. Just concentrate on just letting go. Be easy. You will not lose anything that is worthy, that is love, that is good, that is higher vibrational. You're only letting go of that heaviness, the need to compete, the need to judge, the need to try to see others through less than the perfect light that their being is. Their being is perfect. So we're letting go of all of that today. We're letting ourselves see each one, each person, through the eyes of love. It feels like there's work going on in the actual eyes today. It's so different. We've always had lots of third eye activity, but I almost feel like my eyes are changing, like I'm going to see the world differently through my physical eyes. I like that sense. Being given the eyes of love right now. How incredible is that? I love the way Spirit works. Lovely, beautiful energy down into the heart. Breathe into your heart. Nice. Nice. Envision that energy that you're pulling into your heart just going through every cell of your body, bringing healing, bringing light energy throughout your body right now. You can feel your cells start to dance when you do that. It's like your whole body starts to vibrate a little bit, and you can feel everything. My hands are, there's like this electricity in my hands right now. It feels incredible. And Jesus just showed up, for those of you who are willing to believe. I feel like he just came into the room. That's what I was seeing. That's the healing hands. Beautiful. Excellent. What a beautiful energy. This golden light, this collective, that's a good word. Christ white light consciousness, that's the best. It's just showering down right now. For anyone who's ready to receive that, it's a beautiful energy. Brings about compassion. Loving each person right where they are. Whatever place they are on their path is okay. Just love them anyway. It's okay. The energy is down into the solar plexus. It's very sweet. Blow up your belly. Fill some air into your belly space. Letting go, cutting any cords or attachments, anything that is no longer here for our highest of good. We ask Archangel Michael to come in and just sever and release anything that can be released at this time. Any old soul contracts. If you've learned the lesson, you don't got to fulfill those contracts anymore. So let them go. Why go through that pain and suffering if you don't have to? Let yourself be in joy. Be healthy. Be strong. Find love. Excellent. There's just a huge amount of energy in the belly right now. Put your hand on your belly. It's like life. Life is growing there. New life. Big breath. And it's down into the root. For some of you, it feels like it's hanging out around the belly. If you've got anything to release there, it's nice energy. It's beautiful energy. But if there's anything that you're ready to let go of, any energy from past relationships, anything that you don't want to carry inside of your body anymore, you can say, yeah, please take that from me. We carry that energy inside of us until we know it's there, until we realize it's holding us back. And when we're ready, we can say, okay, take that from me. I don't want that anymore. I'm done with that. Lesson learned. Excellent. Beautiful energy all the way down to the root. And it's like you're each one of these, your little sleeping dragons. I see their eyes opening up. Going, oh, we're awake. We're awake. Can you feel us? Feel the flutter of our wings. Feel the power and the control. All the way down the legs now. The heat's going all the way down into the feet. Let your feet just relax. Let that energy go out through your hands, through your feet. Anything that no longer serves you is just flushing on out. Any darkness, any lower vibrational activity, anything that's going on that's holding you back. Whatever you're ready to let go of, it's totally up to you. You can let it go. And as you're doing that, that energy is going down into the earth, and the earth is recycling it very quickly. Oh, there's such an energy in my hands right now. It's incredible. I love when we start feeling those healing hands. It's incredible energy. It seems as if Jesus always brings that. I'll see him. I see just about everyone. I'm very non-denominational, very non-religion. I just believe in ascended masters greatly, and Jesus is truly an ascended master. Beautiful energy coming back up into the chakras. It's now hit the root, coming back up into the belly, solar plexus, up into the heart space. Ooh, it's just nice. It is nice. Thank you. Thank you, angels. Thank you to the earth. Thank you to Jesus. Thank you to God, to Source, whoever you'd like to call on. So appreciative for this beautiful energy flowing through us right now. Right up in the heart, into the throat, back into the head quickly, shooting right up through the crown. And I feel the weight of a crown right now. That's fun. I feel it on my head. They didn't give us any little bitty crown. It's big. It's got beautiful stuff all over it. Can you picture your crown? See if you could draw that crown today. That'll be your project. What kind of crown do you choose to have? I just know mine's heavy. Very cool. Thank you for that. And that energy shoots right out through the crown, and it's going around the planet, and you can direct it wherever you'd like to direct it. If you have loved ones, I'm sending it to my kids. Love, peace, joy, unconditional. And to Michael also. And all the way around the earth, healing to the earth, healing to those who are still struggling, still fighting, going through illness, going through all of this racism stuff and all of the struggles that we've got going on right now, the natural disasters, all of it. I ask for energy to go wherever it's needed at this time, all the way around the earth and healing to the earth herself. See this green light just traveling all the way around, creating a new energy, the new earth. That's what they're giving us, the ability, the skill set to create the new earth through your voice, through your words, through the love that shines through your eyes, through your hands, through your feet. When you step on the earth, every part of you is lighting up this beautiful light being. And when we talk twins, those twins are coming together. Your ego and your higher self are being brought together into alignment. Let's stop fighting with each other. No more fighting twins inside of us. Let's bring them together in love. So now call your Holy Spirit higher self back into your heart space. Call your little child, if they've been out playing around a little bit. Let's bring them all back in, safely within. And then we ask Archangel Michael to wrap his love and protection all the way around us today. We've got this beautiful bubble, and nothing is going to permeate it. Nothing. Unless you want to let it in, it's not coming in. It's bouncing off. So you can go out into the world when people are thinking poorly, when they're fighting with one another, all the unrest that's going on the planet. You can shine brightly within that bubble, and you can let them see your light, and you can look at them with those eyes of love. Look at them. Use those new eyes you just got. Look at them with the eyes of love. Just love them. Just love. That's what it's all about. Speak with those beautiful vocal cords. Take the pause. Enjoy the sense of the Holy Spirit of God, of whoever you want to call on, speaking, the angels speaking through your vocal cords. And know that you have the ability to do all these things. That's what you're here for. And thank you so much to each one of you for sharing this time with me. So beautiful. See what you got. Motherhood is a huge blessing and a huge teaching, and it continues forever, doesn't it? We never stop learning from our kids. Deborah, I saw angels all around my plastic bubble pushing me along, and I'm talking to animals, and the animals are talking back to me. Awesome. Beautiful flowers all over the place. And God is telling me, amen. When I hear this, and God is telling me how very much He loves me, and how I'm telling Him how much I love Him too. I love Jesus for all He has endured for me, and I'm very grateful in my heart and soul. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Becky Beckner, thank you for popping in. That's right, Deborah. When Jesus comes close, all is peaceful and joyful. Let's see, Wendy. I saw a hand wearing a gold sovereign coin ring the same time you said you saw a hand. That's interesting, Wendy. Yeah, I definitely saw a big hand coming down through. Like coming down through the clouds. Here I am. Take my hand. That's beautiful. Wendy, I saw... Terry, you're so welcome. Wendy, I saw baby lamb, and my crown has rubies and many emeralds. The energy was different today. It flowed like a stream, so easy. Isn't that nice? On the easy days, when it's just be here. Just let it flow. I am so grateful. I got to get off of here. Thank you guys so much for being here today, for all of your added energy, for bringing your team in, and your ancestors and your loved ones and your Holy Spirit higher selves. I feel you. I hear you. I acknowledge you. I see you through my eyes of love. And I am so blessed and grateful to you for being here today and for joining me. And let's see, what is today? Saturday. Geraldine's on tonight at 8. Don't forget her. I'm rising up with Gerald Ann. Tomorrow is Sunday. You got the coffee time. What do you call it now? Cup of Joe. Is that it? Terry Angel. And then playground again tomorrow night at 9, or tomorrow at 9:30. I think that's about it for right now. And I'm sure, Terry, you got the list for all the cool stuff that's going on the Light and World Network tomorrow, because tomorrow, Sundays are always a big day there. And I'm sure today will be a big day too. So you guys check it all out when you got free time. That's all I got for you. You're so welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Wendy, Terry, Julie, Becky, all of you that have shown up. More. All of you, Deborah. I know there was more. Linda, I think you're still here. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Take good care of yourselves. Chants at 9. That's chanting at 9. I might have to check that out if I can find time. My world's been crazy. Take good care. I love you guys. Bye. You're welcome, Linda.